And we're back with Patriot League Soccer. It has been 511 days, 511 days since the Terriers took the field, took their home pitch, and played a game here. And I'm sure they're excited to be back. They've had their season, whatever they have left of it, stunted by a couple cancellations. They are 1-0 with 2 games canceled. They're coming off of a couple of players needing to quarantine, so they've been rusty, not been able to practice. But we're going to have a game today. Armand Manukian here, of course, with Riley Villiers.
Hi.
We have the starting lineups in for the visitors. Lafayette, we have Alex Sutton in goal, Nick Hazel, Daniel Mizrahi, Andrew Venezia, Sebastian Varela, Marcos Katromilides, Martin Sasenga, who is their top scorer for the season, Hale Lombard, Benji Grossi, and Carter Houlihan starting for the Terriers. Making his college debut start, freshman Andrew Wyke will be in goal. He came on for Matt Stone following an injury against in their win at Colgate. At right back, Ryan Lee. Right center back, Joao Soares de Souza of Brazil. Kenneth Huang next to him in that center back partnership. Gianluca Arloti at left back. All from different countries. This is a very international lineup for the Terriers. In the middle, we have Florian Reiter from Munich, Germany, and Peter Cogbo from Sierra Leone, courtesy of Dunn, California. Above them, we have Patriot League Rookie of the Week following the Colgate game, freshman Andrew Rant. On the right, Zion Balogun, captaining the team in Stone's absence, and Ethan Rosen on the left from Toronto. Up top, of course, striker number 9, Ronaldo Marshall, transferred to Boston University, along with head coach Kevin Nyland, who's only coaching his second game at the helm. Riley, what are you looking for from the Terriers today?
I am looking for energy. I'm looking for pizzazz. No, but I think that the Terriers have had a long break.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a lot of time of rest, and that's not really what you need when you're mid-season. Having those 2 games canceled is something that you really want to make sure that you're staying on top of your fitness during that time.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking to see a Terriers team that is fresh, that is excited, and that is also in sync with each other.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a relatively new team, and it's a relatively young team. I was speaking to one of the players who's out injured for this game, number 27, George Avenel, and he was telling me that 7 of the players who started that Colgate game were playing in their first ever college game, and they were able to get a 3-0 win. However, if you look at the stats, same amount of shots, both on target and generally, as Colgate did. All their goals came within a 20-minute spurt in the second half. So 3-0 might have been a misleading scoreline for the Terriers. Obviously, we're happy. They're happy they got the W. But there have been more stable starts to a season in college soccer.
Oh, absolutely. And, especially in soccer, the score, the wins don't always reflect the actual playing abilities
Absolutely.
of the team. You can get some lucky ones in. So I think that the Terriers can't be too confident here. They need to make sure that they're staying settled and that they are ready to just play good soccer.
And Lafayette hasn't had the same issues that Boston University has in terms of getting on the field and playing their games. They're 3-0, 1-goal wins only. They kept a clean sheet against Bucknell, and they beat Holy Cross and Colgate 2-1 each. Martin Sasenga, after not having the greatest of seasons in 2019, is their top leading scorer. So they will be more match ready than the Terriers will be. Do you think that Kevin Nyland is worried about that and will perhaps say, listen, soak in some pressure, play defense, we'll get them on the counter because right now they're in a better sync than we are?
I think it's what he thinks his team's energy is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going into this game confident but not cocky, I think that they can come out strong with an early attack. However, this Lafayette team is coming off of their first win away, and now they have the confidence of playing away and getting that W. So if I want to play this game smart, I maybe play defense in the beginning to see what their capabilities are right now.
Absolutely. As we get ready for the Terriers to take the field, it is BU Giving Day. Proud to be you, April 7th, 2021. Will you be making any donations?
I have paid 4 years of donations, so I will not continue to make donations at this moment in time. Maybe one day if I make a lot of money and BU recognizes my talent.
Absolutely.
Name BUTV 10 after me. Riley Villier's Memorial BUTV 10.
Memorial, you're still
A
alive.
memorial and I'm still alive.
That's the Lafayette. What is their mascot? Is it the Cougar? The ref is allowing Gators? That's Hale Lombard in the Gator, number 27.
The Lafayette Leopards.
This Ethan Rosen to kick off for the Terriers, playing towards Rich Hall and West Campus. They'll be firing towards the Charles River in the second half.
Lafayette getting some hugs out of the way between their players. You know, dudes rock. Kiss the homies.
I used to hug my teammates, and I was told there was no hugging in soccer by my coach. But we have kicked off with the game. Ryan Lee sending the ball into the middle. Peter Cogbo rushing back, and Colgate have early possession, but already intercepted by Joao Suarez de Souza. And it's out for a Colgate throw-in. Lafayette. Why did I think it was Colgate? My apologies.
No, they just play Colgate.
They just play Colgate every single time. I'm sure they wish they could following that 3-0 win. It's thrown in onto the left-hand side of the Lafayette attacking, and that's Martin Sasenga. I mean, great season so far, bursting down the side, but it is kicked out for a Terrier throw-in. Going to be taken by Ryan Lee, who scored as a right back last game against Colgate, which I'm sure will give him some confidence. Ronaldo Marshall trying to use his strength. Transferred from Florida International University as Coach Kevin Nyland took the job from Florida to Boston. So he's come with his coach, and he's familiar with Kevin Nyland when maybe the rest of the team has yet to understand his grooves. Good work down the right-hand side. And there's a crosses deflected, but good pressure early on by Andrew Rent, Patriot League Rookie of the Week. That's Suarez de Souza pressuring Lafayette, but they were able to play out of it. Easy win, but it's called a foul on Ethan Rosen. A lot of international players on Boston University's team, 2 from Canada, Ethan Rosen and Ronaldo Marshall, are both Canadian natives. The Maccabee Games, which is a tournament for members of the Jewish diaspora across the world, as the ball is swung into the Boston University box, and an early shot on goal and an early save for Andrew Wyke, who's making his first career start. How do you think that play went down, Riley?
I think that the defense had way too many open holes back there.
Absolutely.
They need to play a little bit more condensed and also follow through with balls. Don't just assume something's going out of bounds. You never know when it's going to be collected. I have a question for you, though, Armand.
Absolutely.
Last week, Lafayette played on a natural grass pitch. Do you think that this being turf is going to affect anything?
Depends on how good the grass was. Grass is I think any soccer player will tell you that grass is preferable when it's good grass. But that's not always the case. As Lafayette is pushing men forward, they have a free kick near the halfway line, and their goalkeeper has come up to take it. That is Alex Sutton. So maybe hoping that they can get something off the second ball. It's sent directly in, and Andrew White collects again, but still kind of shaky from the Terriers so far.
Agreed. I think that they didn't adjust that first time after they saw how big the boot of Lafayette's goalkeeper is. Hopefully on these next couple times, if he gets to have another go at it, the Terriers can adjust properly, but they're not dropping back enough for those long balls.
Mm-hmm. Kenneth Wong sent that into Ronaldo Marshall, but Ronaldo was not able to win the ball. He has it now, plays it to Andrew Rent. About 30 yards out, he was looking like he thought about a go. He chose against it. It's Zion Belligan, captaining the team, sends a ball in, and it's over the head of their number 9, Ronaldo Marshall. Out for a Lafayette throw-in on their right-hand side facing the Charles River.
That was a good build from the Terriers there. That was some nice movement up the right side of the pitch. I think that going forward, they need to make sure that they keep having build-ups like that, good counterattack.
Absolutely. Andrew Rennet is an exciting player. He's textbook number 10. Loves getting the ball, loves turning, loves open space. That's Florian Reiter of Germany. Out to Ethan Rosen, who sends a cross-field ball, but it's intercepted before it can get to Belligan. Andrew Wren has it now. It's fallen to Belligan at the top of the box. He has a shot, and it's out for a Lafayette goal kick, kind of lofted over the crossbar uneventfully.
Classic, leaned a little too far back on that one.
Are you giving finishing lessons?
I am. Okay, so you need to make sure your chest is over the ball.
Uh-huh.
Good follow through.
Uh-huh.
Land on the foot that you took the shot with.
Yeah.
And then every ball will go into the back of the net.
You forget locking the ankle.
Oh, locking the ankle.
Huge.
Locking the ankle is huge. Sorry, that comes second nature to me. Sorry, I didn't even
Oh,
think
is
about
that
it.
so? As a center back?
Yeah. I was doing a lot of finishes.
Lafayette throwing Will Echeverria Jr. on it. Think about the long one. Stepping forward. Ref, that's not where the ball went out. Thank you. He moves back. We're getting ready for the run up.
Players will always try to get those extra
every
couple
time.
feet.
This is number 9, Marcos Kitramilides of Cyprus, and it's out for Lafayette's first corner kick of the game.
And the first corner kick of the game.
Terriers should be careful here. Lafayette has had success with set pieces so far this season. One of their defenders, Andrew Venezia, actually leads the team with 2 assists playing from the back.
That's crazy.
Getting their goals from all over the field.
It looks like it's a good mixture of height here too. So
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot about retrieving this air ball.
An in-swinger that's headed out just to the top of the box, only as far as Sebastian Varela, who plays it out wide, but it's intercepted by Florian Ryder. It goes out for another Lafayette corner kick.
Let's see if they try to hit that back post again or if they're going to go short this time.
WTVU Sports is brought to you by Blue Moon Beer.
Can you say that? We're both 21.
Yeah, I'm 22.
Oh, that's right.
Sebastian Varela with an in-swing corner kick. Calamity in the box. And it's on the line, and it's saved by Andrew Wyke after a period of uncertainty and scrambling in the box. Lafayette won the first header. They bounced around a bit. They played it short, which is a bizarre choice after a corner, but Andrew Wyke gets it out of his feet. It's Kenneth Wong, excuse me. Ryan Lee dribbles it out for a Lafayette throw, and Lafayette are now on the front foot.
A sudden change in energy here. Mm-hmm. Lafayette's now attacking hard and fast.
Captain Andrew Venezia, apparently not a defender as the Lafayette site lists, unfortunately. My apologies. Or maybe he is. I can't tell. No, he might be a left back.
I think he's a left back.
It's Lafayette's fault for giving a left back the number 7. That makes 0 sense. Will Echeverria Jr. to Benji Grossi, getting a start after not starting the last game. That's Ethan Rosen, who plays it straight into Benji Grossi. Now Florian Ryder plays it out to Ronaldo Marshall. He's able to squeeze it towards Balogun, but it only goes as far as Venezia. Now back to keeper Alex Sutton, who is about 30 yards out of his own goal. Plays the long ball towards the left-hand side, and it's out for a Terriers throw, and after Venezia is not able to control it.
I know that fitness might be a concern here because as we're talking, they're coming off the quarantine, they're coming off some canceled games. But if I'm the Terriers and I see a keeper about 30 yards out of his goal, I'm pressing hard.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's a good point. Ronaldo will probably try later on in the game. It's Peter Cogba losing out. Benji Grossi on the ball. Only as far as Gianluca Arloti before it's sent out for a Lafayette throwing around the 35-yard line. If only the Terriers had a football team and the lines would be numbered. Will Echeverria Jr. with the throw-in. That's Nick Hazel. Sprays it out to Venezia. Sends a long ball towards Martin Sisenga, who's open. Ryan Lee is closing out on him. But Sisenga will make it to the byline, and he's flagged offside. Maybe that's why he was so open.
Yeah. Offsides is also another tricky one. Sometimes it's so obvious, but sometimes it's like a foot.
Mm-hmm.
I've had to go both ways for me.
Sudden changes in the professional game to the offside rule are making players a little hesitant. I really dislike how they've changed the offside rule over the course of the past couple of years.
I agree. Remember that trend in soccer where everyone wore those helmets that were scientifically proven to do nothing because they thought it protected them from concussions?
Everyone wore those helmets?
Well, a lot of people did.
The only person I've ever known who's worn that helmet is Petr Cech, the former goalkeeper for Chelsea.
Oh, really? I know a lot of girls who wore those helmets.
Oh, like in clubs?
Yeah.
In club soccer?
Yeah.
Ball bounces around. Florian Ryder kicks it out wide, and Ethan Rosen will chase, but Benji Grossi will collect. Flicks it over but Gianluca Orlodi collects. Nice ball to Rent. They're at the top of the box here. Ronaldo Marshall, nice flick. And it's cut out, but Rent is fighting for the ball, and he's apparently been fighting unfairly. No, never mind. Ref is letting it play. Arlodi into Ethan Rosen, but the cross is blocked. Arlodi pressures. That's a great tackle. Ball still in the attacking third for Boston University, and it's bonked out for a Terriers throw, and probably the best period of the game for them so far.
Yeah, some good speed from Jean-Luc right there.
In his gloves and mantle. Ethan Rosen now.
Best hair on the pitch.
Absolutely. Finds Rent. Rent's able to control it well under pressure, but gives the ball away, and it's booted towards the Terriers' back line. It's dealt with easily. Up in the air now. Kenneth Huang clears it towards Lafayette's defense. Ethan Rosen loses that on the header. Arluki gives Benji Grossi a nice bump there, and it's deemed an illegal one. He was just saying hello, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering if the ref was going to call that. That was very obvious behind, but I think he was waiting to see if Lafayette regained possession.
Will Echeverria Jr. with the quick goal, free kick towards his goalkeeper. It's sent out wide to Andrew Venezia. Long ball towards Sasenga. Looks like that connection is working really well, considering Sasenga is their top scorer and Venezia is their top assist leader, but Kagbo intercepts very quickly. That might be the side that Lafayette are trying to exploit.
Yes,
the two
and
most creative players.
Yes. And there's some height disparities there. Lafayette has height on that side, so getting those nice overhead balls. BU needs to start dropping their line back if they want to counter those.
Ryan Lee is one of the shorter right backs, one of the shorter members on the team, but he's proven that he deserves to be in the starting lineup, getting a goal from the defense in their win against Colgate. Him and number 5, Griffin Roach, who is not starting, have been vying for that right back position. That's Kenneth Huang of Japan, played with Taiwan's U19 team, but he gives a cheap giveaway. It's Lombard, it's a shot, and it's out for a goal kick. Scary moment for the Terriers.
Scary, scary, scary. No sloppy passes in that lower third of your pitch.
Absolutely. Andrew White fuming, rightfully so, at his defense. And ESPN Plus is showing us a play that happened 15 minutes ago for some reason. They're showing all the highlights. The scramble at the box hit the crossbar. They're playing it short again. Boston University is insisting on playing from the back. Joao Suarez de Souza gets his pass deflected, and it's out for a Terrier throw-in at their own 20-yard line. It's Ryan Lee. It's a long throw. It's intercepted, but it's out for another throw-in.
There's no rhythm to either team too much right now.
No.
A lot of the ball going out of bounds. A lot of the ball bouncing.
As you said that, it goes out for a Lafayette throw-in following a poor touch by Zion Balogun. It's Alex Sutton, Lafayette goalkeeper, again out on his line, and no Terrier in sight to pressure him, Riley.
Yeah, I don't know why the Terriers aren't pressuring this higher. Oh, here we go.
Ronaldo pressing on the goalkeeper, but he sends it upwards. It's headed by Kenneth Huang, only as far as Lafayette. Now Will Echeverria is able to play from the back. That's Sebastian Varela. Martin Sasenga's wide open on the left-hand side, running at Ryan Huang, twisting and turning. And he's able to get to the byline, puts it across him, but Lee blocks it and is able to prevent the corner kick. Great defensive play, great outlet pass to Andrew Rent, who's now bursting, and it's end-to-end right here at Nick Field so far. So Rent and Ronaldo. Rent breezes past another defender, but is briefly stopped. It's a tussle out there, and Venezia is able to get the ball and clear it for a Terrier throw-in. Never mind, it did not go out. Zion Balogun collects. That's Peter Kagbo from Sierra Leone, courtesy of Santa Barbara. Thank you. Joao Suarez playing it to Ryan Lee to the feet of Balogun, who flips it onto Andrew Rent, who is fouled by the referee, and the Terriers will have their first free kick within a crossing position.
The great counter, all thanks to Alex Lee in the back there. Fantastic defensive play leading into a great counter. I think this is a good moment for the Terriers. They're going to be tested on their set piece ability right now.
And who walks to collect the ball? None other than both Gianluca Arlodi and Ethan Rosen, the left-footed players. So we're going to see an in-swinger towards the back post. And that's really the key when you get free kicks like this, is if you aim for the back post and no one touches it, it goes in. But they go near post, and Alex Sutton is able to collect it.
I love that they take off their masks to talk.
Long throw to Sebastian Varela, I believe. Now Martin Sasenga with the ball. plays it down the line. Ball sent into the box, but Andrew White is able to collect with no real Lafayette attackers on him. Quick throw out to Ethan Rosen, who stumbles over his ball, was able to collect it with Benji Grossi on his back, Lombard on his back, who pokes it out for a Boston University throw in around the halfway line, which is going to be taken by left back Gianluca Orlodi.
I have a little bit of a crush on Gianluca right now. Give me a call.
Well, when your name is Gianluca,
I know.
this kind of comes. He's from Monaco, and he did very briefly play in the youth academy of AS Monaco, their professional team in the French First Division.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Although I'm unaware of what year he played in, so he could have played for the team before they were promoted to the French First Division. They were not a very good side until they were bought by a new owner who was like a billionaire and flooded them with cash, and they were able to buy a bunch of good players.
And who says it isn't about money?
Absolutely. It's Kenneth Huang. Center back shouldn't be number 8. I'm sorry.
Center back should be 4 or 3.
Yeah, or 5.
Or 5. I was 5.
You were 5, and you didn't name it. Suarez playing a misplaced pass to Ryan Lee. It goes out for a Lafayette thrown right past the halfway mark. It'll be taken by captain of Lafayette, Andrew Venezia. I like the short socks. I'm gonna say it.
I do like the short socks.
He looks cool. He has arm tape on.
Yeah.
Looks kind of stocky.
He looks like he just came from a GQ photo shoot.
And Florian Ryder sporting a gorgeous little skin fade on his hair. You're looking good, bud. Venezia with the ball. Left-footed towards the head of Martin Sasenga, but he can head it only towards Zion Balogun. The ball is bouncing in the air now. Any takers? David Misrai floats it out to Will Echeverria Jr. Plays it to Benji Grossi, is closed down by Ethan Rosen, and it's going out for a Terrier's thrown. Gianluca, who started the game with gloves and has since taken them off. Joao Suarez de Souza in the Boston University box, back to Kenneth Huang. De Souza again. It's Ryan Lee. Pressured by Martin Sasenga, dribbling into the pitch.
Lafayette's having very good.
Another poor touch by Kenneth Huang. Gives away to Hale Lambert at the top of the box. He's going to have another go, and it's going to go out for a corner kick following a deflection by Huang. That's twice now, Riley.
That is twice. Sloppy touches back there. You need to, as a center back especially, all your touches need to be succinct. They need to be precise. You cannot give away easy passes like this.
And somebody is listening to funky music on Beacon Street because it is that kind of Saturday.
I'm sure both teams are very happy for the weather we're having right now.
I played soccer this morning. It is a lovely day to play some soccer. Change to We Will Rock You.
Hopefully this will motivate the Terriers.
Sent in, left-footed over into the back post, and Andrew White collects. That was a hard corner kick.
That was a hard
very far. Kick. Andrew White collects it, rolls it out. Playing from the back following a couple cheap giveaways, but they're insisting on their style here.
They are. I do appreciate them trying to get a rhythm out of the back. I think they need a little bit more communication with their mid.
Kenneth Huang again giving away to number 27, Hale Lombard of Lafayette. It was a good first touch from him, but he gave it away. Martin Sasenga now, dribbling.
Breaking some ankles.
Back to Andrew Venezia. Yeah, I would not want to defend Martin Sasenga one-on-one, personally. Ethan Rosen will clear it, your defender. And the ref has called a foul on an aerial challenge by Benji Grossi of Lafayette.
Martin Sasenga also hit me up. 1v1, you and me. Battle of the century.
Do you think you could take Ronaldo Marshall?
I think I could take them all.
Andrew White will take the goal kick, the free kick just inside the Terriers' box. Again, short to Joao Suarez de Souza, who almost gives the ball away. He'll be puffing his cheeks out for that one, but the Terriers have the ball. It's Ryan Lee now. Ryan Lee playing in the middle here. Joao Suarez de Souza sends it long towards the big forehead of Ronaldo Marshall. And the ball has gone out for another Terrier throw-in, or it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Coach Kevin Nyland giving a nice little flick over to Ryan Lee to take the throw-in. Terriers bench not deep.
No,
there's 3 of them. Oh, never mind. Zion Balogun playing it to Ryan Lee, who plays it back to Peter Cogbo, to Florian Ryder, but he's going to be challenged immediately, and he loses out, and it's deemed a foul. He got there late. Benji Grossi was able to snap it off of his toes. And excuse me, that's Gianluca Arloti who committed the foul. Oh, Benji Grossi was tiny. Is he tiny? He looks tiny. Yeah, that's a. Not that I could talk.
Man, the one thing I will say about men's soccer is y'all go down hard and whine a lot, and then get up like nothing happened.
Yeah, unfortunately, Arloti just clipped Benji Grossi. Andrew Venezia, with his left foot, will take the free kick around the halfway point. He floats it directly into the box, and White will collect. White has had a solid start so
He
far.
has. He's had a very
If
good
anybody,
start.
if anybody on the Terrier team can hold their head high,
I would say he's had one of the most confident starts on the pitch.
absolutely. Still weird play here by the Terriers as they try to play out from the back. Kenneth Wong being pressured by Hale Lombard. He sends it long, and the header is won by Nick Hazel of Lafayette. The ball is bouncing around now. Florian Ryder kicks it towards Andrew Venezia, who clears it high and long. Kenneth Wong will go up for the header. He's not able to win out, but he's able to get the rebound here. Clears it only as far as Will Caveria Jr., who skips past Andrew Rent only as far as Peter Cogbo, and then stamps Cogbo. Unfortunately, Cogbo won out, and that'll be Terrier ball. Peter Cogbo, by the way, came up against me in high school soccer in California in a state playoff semifinal, and we lost in penalties. He scored his, I missed mine, which I suppose is why I'm commentating and he's playing.
Yeah, I was like, what does that say about this current moment in time?
Absolutely. He's from Sierra Leone, but he went to school in Dunn. For some reason or other, a high population of adopted Sierra Leonese kids go to Dunn High School, and their entire soccer team was formed by them. As Ethan Rosen will collect the ball around the byline to Gianluca Arloti, crosses it in on that left foot. It's a good header. Ronaldo Marshall saved, but he gets the rebound, and it's in. And Andrew Rent has poked it home. And the Terriers might not deserve the lead, but they have it.
They do. Soccer's a crazy game like that. But you know what? They have this 1-0, and they're gonna want to keep building on this.
Absolutely. That was a ball in from Gianluca Arloti, headed towards goal by Ronaldo Marshall. Saved. Ronaldo picked up the scraps, sent it back towards goal, and Andrew Rent tapped it home from about 2 yards into an open net, and the Terriers will be puffing out their cheeks.
That's a perfect example of the follow-up, Armand. You
Absolutely.
need to make sure that you are ready to follow up the ball and not just wait for the keeper to collect.
And that comes from knowing your striker's strengths. Ronaldo Marshall is big. He's strong. He's good at heading. And he was able to get a shot on target. He followed it up, and Andrew Rent had almost an impossible task of missing. I don't think that he would be able to miss that on even his worst day.
Yeah, just straight up perfect in front of net.
And the Terriers are leading. That's Andrew Venezia of Lafayette. Lafayette must be kicking themselves, by the way.
Yeah, giving up something like that in the defensive line never feels good, especially when your offense is having as strong as a game as they are.
As Andrew Rent puts pressure on Jack Needham dribbles it out for a Boston University throw-in right around the 18-yard box, and Ryan Lee will come up and take it. And I think that their real advantage here is Ronaldo Marshall's size and strength, and so they should get the ball into the air and let him work.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. These Boston University has shown this entire game that they're very strong on these cross goal plays. So they need to make sure that they're still making that happen.
Absolutely. It's Zion Balogun losing out to Andrew Venezia, pokes it out only as far as Florian Ryder, who plays the ball into Jack Needham, who clears it long and far. Joao Soares de Souza picks it up, pressured by number 9 from Lafayette, Marcos Kitramilides of Cyprus, and it's out for a Lafayette throw-in next to the Boston University bench. Come on, someone say something. Someone say something.
Yeah, getting the ball from the other team's bench is always rough.
Venezia throws it in. Balogun and Ryder playing it out there. Rent has picked it up, but he tried to find Ronaldo and was unable to. Ball played into number 9, Kitramilides. Now it's Hale Lombard who's let the ball run farther than he should have. Arloti with a nice challenge. It's fallen to Will Caveria Jr., plays it to a center back, Nick Hazel. Now Jack Needham. Now Andrew Venezia. Back to Needham. As the Lafayette it has some possession in their own half until it's sent long by Alex Sun, only as far as Ryan Lee's lovely forehead. Suarez de Souza will collect to Andrew White, who clears. Only as far as Venezia, who picks it up. Great little defending by Cogbo, is able to snatch it off his legs until tries to find Rose and is unable to find him. And now there are two players in a heap on the floor, and the referee has deemed Will Caveira Jr. of Lafayette the assailant, and Ethan Rosen the victim. It will be a Boston University free kick.
Yeah, Lafayette definitely tugged first, even though the Terriers took them both down. That's a good call by the referee.
Cogbo will take it the halfway line for the Terriers. I feel like he took a touch before he played the ball. It's a free kick, Peter. Yeah, the ref will have him retake it.
The ball cannot be rolling, Armand.
Absolutely. Peter knows that.
Oh, you try to get away with little things.
Yeah. Peter plays it short to Florian Ryder. Back to Kenneth Wong, who will play it to his goalkeeper, Andrew White. Center back, Joao Suarez de Souza. Plays it back to Andrew White, who's been, I think that Andrew White being tested early did a good job for him. He wasn't rusty. He was involved immediately.
Yes.
And I think that's been important for his development.
Yes, and not too challenging of tests.
Absolutely.
There was that one rumble in the box, but typically they've been straight to his hand. So he's gotten to have that confidence of knowing that he can save the ball.
Absolutely. As Benji Grossi in the middle, plays it only as far as Joao Suarez de Souza's grateful head. Andrew White plays it out, but it's been deemed a foul, I believe, on the Terriers. The ball is astray. The referee will pick it up, and the Lafayette, what was the mascot?
Leopards.
The Lafayette Leopards. Nice little alliteration, yeah. Will take a free kick right at the tip of the Terriers' attacking third. And Andrew Venezia will come over to take it with that left foot of his.
Big fan of black cleats.
Would you black out?
Oh, yeah. I like black cleats. I think black cleats are cool.
Martin Sasenga heads it to Will Caveira Jr., who stumbles over his lines. And Ronaldo Marshall is able to run, but it's poked out from behind him. And Nick Hazel will collect, send it back to his goalkeeper, Alex Sun, who will surely send this up, and he does. Towards the left-hand side. Has Katramalides shifted to the left, or was he briefly there? I'm unsure.
I think he might have shifted to the left.
He might have shifted to the left, because Martin Sasenga is less so hugging the touchline, but he has the ball right now, and he's able to find David Mizrahi, who clips it out wide. And it's chested down by Benji Grossi, and the Terriers are in the box now. There's a scuttle. Is there a penalty? Ref doesn't think so. Arlodi is trying to get it out, and there's a scuffle there. Hale Lombard is waddling on the floor. He's very clearly hurt. Whether it was a foul or not is up for debate, of course, but there is an injured man down in the Boston University Terriers box. Alex Sun has the ball now, clips it long back into the Boston University box. Lombard is up now, and he's chasing for the ball, but it'll harmlessly go out for a Boston University goal kick. Weird passage of play there.
Weird passage of play. Also, Lombard seems to be fine. Again, male dramatics. However, yeah, no, weird passage of play. Do you think that's a foul? I don't think that's a foul.
I don't think it's a foul either. I think Kenneth Wong has had a rocky start to the game, but that's exactly what you want from your center backs.
Yeah, that was a good challenge. Yeah.
And doing it with the game on the line in the box, it's such a dangerous thing that you have to get absolutely right, and I think Wong did it. As the ball is headed towards the halfway line, Zion Balogun and Martin Sasenga fighting out, and Martin Sasenga is the winner. Plays it out wide to Sebastian Varela, who will collect before trying to get past Joao Suarez de Souza, and he is unable to. Turns around Varela like a training cone and floats it into the middle. Andrew Rent loses that on the header, and Venezia has the ball now. Back to Jack Needham, who will play it to his goalkeeper, Alex Sutton. His gator is completely down at this point. Sends it long towards the right-hand side for them. It's headed back from Arlodi. Cogbo collects, finds his goalkeeper, to Kwong. Do you think that part of the tactic to play out the back by the Boston University Terriers is to get Andrew White consistently involved in the game?
I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the tactic, but why test it?
Absolutely.
I I think right now the Terriers are just trying to develop a rhythm, and they're doing a good job of doing that among the final four. But the connection to the mid and the forward has not been confirmed yet.
Absolutely not. But it is a Boston University attack. Ethan Rosen takes a heavy touch, but he's on the byline and he has the ball, trying to find a university teammate. Lays it off to Andrew Rent. Back to Rosen. In for Arloti, who's now in the Lafayette box. He's now on his favorite left foot. He's trying to get on the byline for a cross, and it's deflected out for a Boston University throw.
Is it throwing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. It looked like it went out to the corner.
Arloti to Rosen. Working on Will Vera Jr., Peter Cogbo. Pressured by Hale Lombard. Arloti slips it through, and will Cogbo get there? He won't be able to, and Lafayette is able to clear it only as far as Kenneth Huang, who has the ball pretty far up for a center back. And Alex Sun collects. He'll want to get back so that Sun doesn't play quick, which he does. He throws it out wide to Martin Sasenga on the left-hand side for the Leopards, and he barrels down it with very little, pressure. But he plays an errant pass, and it's out for Lafayette throwing.
Lafayette, strong attack, not great counterattack right now. They're a little slow on the counterattack continually.
Venetia's biceps are just too big for that captain's armband as he throws it in to Sebastian Varela, who's pressured by Florian Ryder, and it's deemed an illegal amount of pressure. It'll be a Lafayette free kick, it seems.
Well, in the words of Megan the Stallion, body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Wow.
He got bodied.
This is what you pay for, folks. When you stream WTVU Sports Radio. Sebastian Varela will take this with his right boot. The ref says, "Wait for my whistle." Please.
The ref now measuring out 10 feet.
10 yards.
10 yards. Well, they do it by feet. That's not accurate. It's not actually 10 yards.
He'll swing this in with his right boot. It's in the box. And it was almost was that a Terrier throw? It could have almost been an own goal, or Sebastian Varela seems frustrated that he didn't score. David Misrai seems frustrated he didn't score, so it was his header that has gone briefly over the crossbar and out for a goal kick.
I like the Boston green goalkeeper jersey.
I like it too. Andrew White will take this goal kick. Looks long. He's pushing his players upwards. Bombs it towards the Lafayette half. Header is won by Hale Lombard, but it's going out for a Terrier throw-in. Ethan Rosen will take. Never mind. Gianluca Arloti. And Boston University has said that people cannot come and sit in the stands at Nickerson Field to watch, but what is known to West Campus residents as the bakery is open, and you can watch from there, as it seems many fans and students alike are right now. Arloti losing out. This is Kitrumbolides to Hale Lombard in the center, has some space to run. He'll find Sasenga on the left-hand side, putting pressure on Ryan Lee. He'll get to the byline and runs out of space before it goes out for a goal kick. Ryan Lee committed there, and it could have been bad, but he's gotten away with it.
Yes. You can't. He dove a little. I think handling Sasenga is going to be challenging for the defense as we've seen this game, but you can't give him space like that, and you can't commit too hard to him. You need to keep him in front of you at all times.
Absolutely. If you are just joining us, the Boston University Terriers are up 1-0 against the Lafayette Leopards following a goal poked home by Andrew Rent at around the 1 yard line in the 20th minute of the game. After majority Lafayette possession, Boston University is looking to eke out this half with some strong play that they've been able to do. That's Hale Lombard. Excuse me, Riley, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say it's a goal that lives rent-free in my mind.
Very nice.
Thank you.
You said that before the game started too.
Yeah, but
Ethan Rosen, Arloti's in a heap on the ground as Rosen plays it out. Covering his face, might have been hit in the eye. And the referee stops play to check on the injured Monaco native.
Getting hit in the face and the head is always rough.
It looks like the shoulder. He's grasping his shoulder. Yeah, he was clipped in a challenge against Echeverria Jr., I believe. Or no, excuse me, Carter Houlihan.
Oh, it looks like it got kind of with the breastbone.
But play has resumed. Joao Soares de Souza with the ball, plays it to Ryan Lee, back to de Souza. Has time on the ball. And he's taking his time. He sends the pass, and it's a poor one. Montesenga collects, and a foul is called on Andrew Rent, I believe, on Sasenga after he gave away by de Souza.
A little bit of sloppy play there from Terriers.
Absolutely. Sometimes when you have a little too much time, you don't really know what to do. You make poor choice. So, Sebastian Brilla has sent a cross in, and it finds a Lafayette foot, but Andrew White is able to collect. Kitramilides pestering around that 6-yard box, hoping White would make a spill, and White was able to keep his composure. That's Orlodi on the ball to Ethan Rosen, finds Peter Cogbo, sends it back to a center back, Joao Soares de Souza, who plays it to Ryan Lee. Ryan Lee is able to find Zion Balagoon, senior and captain, who twists and turns but loses out to Martin Sasenga. This is Hale Lombard. Sasenga wins out again, shifty player he is, and Venezia has some space on their left-hand side, but he sends a ball straight to de Souza. Sends a long ball out to Rosen. Rosen is able to control it. And he finds a great split pass. And this is Andrew Rent on goal, cuts in, and is unfortunately poked off from him for a Boston University corner kick. But that's good play from the Terriers.
That was good play. That was good possession. That was good rhythm. The Terriers will be really happy with that buildup right there. And it also seems like Lafayette's fitness is a little flagging right now.
Mm-hmm. Rent was able to make that run through the middle almost unimpeded. And no doubt, Ethan Rosen will try to find the meaty forehead of Ronaldo Marshall. He swings it in. All the Boston University Terriers are on the goal line. There's a scramble of the box, and it's cleared out by Holland only as far as Kitramilides, who has to clear it from the attacking third on the right touchline. Venezia clears, and it's collected. Lombard clips it forward, and it will run harmlessly to Andrew White out of his box on the touchline. He'll let it run for a goal kick. It'll be a Boston University goal kick.
The Terriers should be very happy with that attack and that defense. Forcing them to go long with it is always a good option, especially when the team themselves haven't had time to account.
Absolutely.
For the change of play.
Ryan Lee now with the ball, twisting from Ryan Sasenga, taking a heavy touch, but being able to get it out of his feet to find Florian Ryder, who plays it to his left back, Gianluca Arlodi, who tries to find Rosen, but Rosen is pushed off the ball by Carter Houlihan. This is David Mizrahi of Lafayette. Carter Houlihan. Hale Lombard plays it out wide. That's a lovely ball to Martin Sasenga, who will be able to twist and turn Ryan Lee. He cuts in on his right foot. Couple step overs will find the byline, send the cross in, but it's too hard and misses everybody. Ethan Rosen will collect the ball right outside of the Terrier box. Immediately put pressure on him by Carter Houlihan, who's winning out, it seems, but illegally so, and it'll be a Terrier free kick.
It kind of seemed like he had our ball there. I don't know if he actually got the ankles or not, but that was one I think could have gone either way.
Zion Balagoon has poked the ball, and he's in on goal, and he's taking a shot, and it's gone out for a goal kick. But that's shifty play from the senior right mid against Jack Needham of Lafayette.
And a great counterattack right there. The Terriers are really taking advantage of that counterattack.
Yeah,
right
taking a free kick quick is a great way to get the counterattack started. Alex Sun just ignoring protocol with the gator all the way down, sends it long and high. Headed by Ryan Lee over Sasenga, who will save it from going out until it's crunched by Venezia out for a Terrier. Throw in right around the halfway line. We'll see our first substitution of the game. That's number 28, Mark Lora. Did he come in? Ryan Lee throws it in. It seems so. Mark Rohrer is now in the game. Zion Balogun has taken the bench. So he'll play on that right-hand side with Ryan Lee. And Lafayette is on the counterattack with Katremolides. He sprays it out wide. Carter Houlihan has time to think. He sends a ball in, but it's stopped by Joao Soares de Souza. Andrew Red has the ball. Ryan Lee now. Florian Ryder. Kenneth Wong. Joao Soares de Souza. I always say his full name. It's just so lovely.
De Souza is also just a good last name.
Absolutely.
Flows off the tongue.
Lafayette is able to collect. That's Andrew Venezia and Sebastian Varela. Back to Jack Needham, who takes a poor touch. And he's made a poor pass, and Alex Sun has had to come out before Ronaldo Marshall could have scored. But weird vibes there.
Weird. Just some sloppy play from Lafayette.
And Peter Cogwell was able to pick up the ball in the middle up until he bumps into Martin Sasanga, and the referee has deemed it a handball from Sasanga. So Boston University will have a free kick 10 or so yards into their attacking half. Taken quickly, that's Florian Ryder in the center now. Kenneth Wong at the halfway line sends it out to Gianluca Arlotti on the left. Down the line to Mark Rohrer getting his first couple touches of the game. Being pressured, though. He's able to find Rosen on a 1-2, but Rosen isn't able to complete it. It's cleared towards Huang, who sends it to Hale Lombard. Arlotti pokes in, and it's deemed a foul.
Yeah, not ball first there. When you clip the ankle first, it will be a foul.
Hale Lombard, not huge on Lafayette's scoring or assist tallies, but has had 2 clear scoring opportunities so far today. He'll be kicking himself for not capitalizing on those sloppy Kenneth Wong giveaways when he's taking those 2 very similar shots as it goes out for a Lafayette corner kick. And the Terriers want to be careful here because the last one was a little sketch.
Yes, the Terriers really need to make sure that they're man marking, getting up in the air, protecting that back post and their keeper.
Sebastian Varela will take. It'll be an in-swinger with his right boot. The ball bounces. No one's able to head it. And now Arlotti and Mizrahi will race for it. Mizrahi wins out. Deeply pressured, basically at the corner flag, sends the ball into the byline. It's collected by Soares de Souza, who clears it out long, only as far as Nick Hazel, and sends it back out to his goalkeeper, who is on the 40-yard line, because, why not? We're living adventurously. From the long ball to Lombard, who's been able to get contact with it, but only as far as sending it out for a goal kick.
A little too far, a little too wide. But if that was a better ball, that was a dangerous situation.
A better ball, even a longer leg from Lombard's end. Sorry. Arlotti dribbles out.
I was thinking, in the realm of realism and possibility.
Sure.
You can't grow a longer leg.
Well, yeah. I mean, he could. He could just be tall.
He could be tall.
Not in this reality.
But that's not something you could fix right now.
Absolutely, you're right. Well, it's like a long throw. They're gathering in the box for Lafayette, treating this like a set piece. That's Vera Jr. sends a long ball into the box. It's cleared out by Arlotti. Andrew Venezia will collect the ball. Sends it in, but it's blocked by Ryan Lee. Protest for a handball, but the ref was not hearing it. Venezia will take the throw in. Or no, it is a handball. It was deemed a handball. Venezia takes the corner kick, free kick. Excuse me.
That ball was still rolling.
That ball was still rolling, and it's in. And Hale Lombard has scored after a free kick taken very, very quickly. Hale Lombard is going to do a celebration. He's taking off his pants. What's he doing? What is this? I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't like the need to strip once you score a goal. I think that's a little weird. I also believe that ball was still rolling when he took that penalty.
Or the free kick. The ball was. On another day, a referee would have called that ball back. However, the Terriers were on the back foot, and they didn't react quickly enough to that.
They were
quick, and a ball was able to be sent into the box. And Hale Lombard had a relatively easy job from there. That'll be his first goal of the season, celebrated with a weird dance that for some reason or other involves sagging your pants slightly. Don't understand that one. Joao Soares de Souza to Ryan Lee, who cuts in and slips and gives the ball away.
And I know he just scored, but if you tuck your shirt in, you're a nerd.
Okay. Carter Houlihan will pressure Gianluca Arlotti, unfairly so. Arlotti is clipped, and it will be a Terrier free kick.
The goal very similar to the Terriers' goal.
Absolutely.
Slip past the keeper, back post, easy finish.
Andrew Wyke now playing it to a center back. It's D'Souza. Plays it back to Wyke. Then to Huang. Back to Wyke. It's a ball playing going on between the back line here. So D'Souza takes it out, playing to send a long ball as he does. It's headed by Jack Needham, only as far as Mark Roro plays it to Ethan Rosen, who has some room to work here on the left-hand side. He cuts in, but he's stopped by Will Kaveri Jr. There are shots for a penalty, and the ref has deemed it a foul on Ethan Rosen. It'll be Lafayette ball, and Rosen cannot believe it. If anything, I would have given him non-call.
A little back and forth there between Rosen and the Lafayette player.
Rosen believes he should have a penalty right now, but it will be a free kick for Lafayette. Alex Sun will take launch towards Charles with his uneven socks for some reason or other. A lot of weird looks on the pitch tonight, Riley.
Yeah, not a lot of fit watches on the pitch tonight.
It's out wide. Excuse me, out wide. Florian Ryder heads it, as does Andrew Rent. Mark Brewer collects it, but loses out to Mizrahi, who loses out to Cogbo. That's a tackle that's been deemed an illegal one. It will be a Lafayette free kick. And Andrew Venezia is mad that the ball was kicked away from the scene of the crime. Get the ball back, and he'll take this with his left boot. He's asking for 10 yards, as Ronaldo Marshall refuses to give it to him. That is not 10 yards.
That's not 10 yards. Now the ref is telling Marshall
is asking
to back up.
Quickly taken. This is Varela, sends it in, and it goes out for a goal kick.
An energy change here, as there always is with a goal. Lafayette is definitely more energetic right now. The Terriers seem a little down on themselves.
The Terriers will be upset that they let an equalizer in, but I don't think that they can be upset at the scoreline. If anything, their goal kind of came against the run of play, at least in my professional opinion.
No, I agree.
So you're going in even. You're going into the game the way that you're going into the second half the way that you started it. What should the Terriers adjust to get that winning goal? As Ronaldo Marshall gets the ball to Mark Rora. What would you like to see from the Terriers in the second half, Riley?
I need to see more connection. Their D-line is doing a fantastic job of playing it out of the back. A couple of mistakes here by Andrew Juan, but nothing terrible. We need to see more of the midfield providing this connection between the offense and the defense right now.
But a long string of passes here. It's Kenneth Huang, by the way.
Kenneth Huang.
Not Andrew Huang.
Sorry, I apologize, Kenneth. I got your name wrong.
Arlodi dribbles past a couple Lafayette players, cuts into the box, but it's cleared out from under his feet. And Hale Lombard, the goal scorer for Lafayette, will collect. Sends it to Kitramalides, trusting his strength against Kenneth Huang, but it is cleared out for a throw-in for Lafayette around the halfway line in the last 35 seconds of this college soccer first half. First bit of men's soccer action that Nickerson Field has seen in 511 days, and I'm sure it is grateful that it has its Terriers stomping all over it yet again, as Arlodi heads it out for a Lafayette corner kick that they have to take very quickly. As Katramilides usually doesn't take these, floating it in, and it's gone in. A near buzzer beater, again a quick play, and that is David Mizrahi celebrating with the entire Lafayette Leopard team. Doesn't usually score, plays as a center defensive mid, but Katramilides knew what the time was, took the corner quickly. Boston University down 2-1 right at the death of this first half.
Yes, this does not feel good for the Terriers here. You do not want to go into the half like this. Just slow, getting back, setting up. The Terriers not doing well at adjusting to that quick turnaround right now.
And poor Andrew Wyke, who came out to collect that ball, missed it, which is how it fell onto the ground. It was poked. Fortunate for him. And he'll want to have done better. 5 seconds left in the half. Ryder sends it into the Lafayette box. The goalkeeper collects, and that'll be it for this first half. Lafayette has had 2 goals very late into this first half. They will go up 2-1 against the Terriers and try to defend this lead and their so far perfect record in the Patriot League this season. We'll be back at the start of the second half. as we get ready to resume the second half, the Terriers will have probably got ripped a new one from Coach Kevin Nyland. That is not how you want to end a half in the slightest. They must be disappointed with themselves. They must be disappointed with the scoreline. Riley, what are you looking for right now for the Terriers to get back into this game?
I'm looking for a more compressed, stronger back line. I'm looking for more energy, more ability to defend that counterattack. But most importantly, I'm looking for cohesion across all the lines, from back to mid to forward. They need to stay in sync this half.
And we're off as Lafayette possess early, kicking off towards Rich Hall and West Campus now. The floodlights have been turned on, and this is officially a sunset game. Cheap giveaway by Lafayette in their own half. This is Andrew Wren, who's going to take the ball at a couple of the members of Lafayette's back line, loses out eventually to Benji Grossi, who clears it long, but only as far as Gianluca Arlotti. That is Florian Ryder to Ryan Lee. No changes over halftime, apart from Mark Rora, who came in for Zion Balogun with about 15 minutes left in the first half. He has stayed in. This is Ryan Lee being pressured by Martin Sasenga, but turning very neatly away from him. It's Florian Ryder. Peter Cogbo. Gianluca Arlotti now receiving on his left foot. Out wide on the line to Ethan Rosen, it appears, maybe? I can't tell from this distance. That is Ethan Rosen. Hell yeah. Never doubt yourself, kids.
Can I get a hell yeah for Ethan Rosen?
Hell yeah, Ethan Rosen. Ethan Rosen played in essentially the Olympics, but for the members of the Jewish diaspora for the Canadian U19 team in 2019. He's also had trials at multiple English professional clubs. Sunderland, who is in the second or third division, and Brentford, who is in the second division of English football. He's played at their academies.
Gianluca, here's an ode to you. If you're listening, reach out to WTVU.
I think it's impossible for him to listen as he dribbles past Hale Lombard. Will take on Will Cabrera Jr., but he's fouled by Lombard on the turn here.
Fouled my boy.
How dare you, Mr. Lombard?
How dare you? I hope he's okay.
Arlo's clutching his jaw. This is the second time he's been down this game. Fortunate for him. Both have been upper body injuries. This one he's holding his face as opposed to his breastplate, and the referee is calling for the medical team. Not a good look for Arloti at all. We'll try to see what happened here. I think he just fell poorly, got something put in the wrong hole, perhaps an eye poke or something along those lines. He's clutching his face in his jaw, it seems.
I can't see. It seems like maybe he got hit in the head.
Yeah. As the medical team, who I guess is just two ladies in leggings.
Head injuries are scary, scary, scary.
And soccer is evolving to address it. It used to be a much simpler way to deal with head injuries.
Yes,
Abby. You didn't.
Yeah, no, exactly. There's a very famous game of Abby Wambach going up for a header, and she gets bumped by another player, cracks her head open. Med team comes out, staples her head up, and she keeps playing.
Yeah.
You cannot do that anymore.
You cannot, thankfully.
Yes, thankfully. However, Abby Wambach, you are a hero of mine.
Abby Wambach is one of the goats. One of the medical staff has signaled for Arloti to come off. It seems that he will not be able to continue, at least for the time being. So we'll see who Kevin Nyland appoints to that left back position. Arloti got a lot of touches in that first half, was instrumental to a lot of the build-up. He and Rosen have that good connection on that left-hand side. This is unfortunate for the Terriers. He still has not gotten up. It's a head injury. Unfortunately, Arloti is hit in the head. Very, very slow to get up. And it seems he's going to have to come off.
You want to be very careful coming up right here. You can be very dizzy.
Stumbles off, but he's now off the pitch. He's being helped by the medical team. Doesn't look like he'll go to the bench. I think they'll take him to be examined in the locker room. Unfortunate for the Monaco native, who's been so instrumental to this Boston University lineup.
Yes, this is very unfortunate for the team. You never want to see a player get injured. You never want to see a player get a head injury. Those can be very hard to come back from.
Rosen swings this in with his right foot. The goalkeeper punches it only as far as about the penalty spot, and Lafayette can now dribble out. This is Sebastian Varela.
out wide, but play is stopped.
Looks like there's another player down with a head injury.
There's another head injury. This is taking a very unfortunate turn. They're telling the medical team to stay off the pitch, and Hale Lombard, who is the man who sent our Lodi down, has gotten up himself. So I suppose karma is not working at Nickerson Field tonight. That's Martin Sasenga, top scorer, been instrumental to Lafayette's attack as the ball is played out wide. Still have not been given proper sight on who has replaced our Lodi, as Riley's printer revs up.
Sorry, my roommate has to print something. It's okay.
It's showbiz, baby.
It's showbiz. The show must go on. Just like the show's going on here after Gianluca's injury.
Prayers out to our boy, by the way.
Prayers out. Prayers out. Prayer and hands emoji.
That's Katrumlides with a big switch. That's number 14 on the pitch. That's Gent Selaj, playing in one of his first games as a young player. I believe he's a transfer. Check that. Is the printing over?
Yes.
It might be. It's not. Gent Selaj is a junior. He's from Brookfield, Connecticut. And he'll be playing at Gianluca Arlotti's position of left back for the remainder of the match. It seems Arlotti was not sent back to the bench to sit with his teammates. Rather, he was taken off the field, probably into a locker room to be assessed for further injury by the two members of Boston University's medical staff. So unfortunate for the left back. But of course, safety precautions being taken seriously, which is a good sign.
No, absolutely. Concussions you don't want to mess around with.
Venezia sends the ball in. Kenneth Wong is able to head clear. That's Ryan Lee. And now D'Souza hooks it clear. Ryan Lee's able to save it. Good work from him, the shifty right back. And he's able to regain possession for the Terriers. This is a great hustle by Lee as D'Souza clears it into the midfield. It's headed up by David Mizrahi, collected by a Lafayette player, but it's cleared again. That's Gent's first touch on the ball, Selaj. To Mizrahi again to Venezia. Not Venezia. And that's Jack Needham. This is Venezia with the ball on the left-hand side. Boots it cross field. Pitch perfect pass for Hale Lombard, one of their 2 goal scorers to collect. He sends it down the line. The ball's clipped into the box. Katrumlides has a free header, but White is able to save. Did not get enough on the header. But worrying signs for Boston University.
Yes, the lack of possession there at all. Lafayette just dribbled and passed around them. Mm-hmm. They need to really come out here with a stronger defense than what we just saw.
Joao Suarez to Ryan Lee. Peter Cogwa checking in, but it goes back to the center back, the Brazilian center back, Andrew White. It's a chance to play it out to Kenneth Huang. Joao Suarez D'Souza right at the 18-yard line for the Terriers. It's Ryan Lee. Peter Cogba towards Florian Ryder, who plays it up. The camera slowly pans. Ronaldo Marshall is on the chase. Alex Sun will come out and clear it for a Terrier throw.
Armand, have you ever played a game where 2 players both say you at the same time, and now someone has to determine who gets to kick the ball?
Yes.
That's always the worst.
One lesson that I learned early on, never tell somebody to get the ball. If you're going to call for it, call for it for yourself.
Yes.
It's Peter Cogbo now playing it out wide to Gent Selaj. Receive the ball with pressure on it from Benji Grossi. Play it down the line. He'll find Andrew Rent. Andrew Rent will have a chance to go to Jack Needham. Jack Needham wins out, and Rent is able to scrap it up before it's cleared by Nick Hazel. Hale Lombard flubs his lines, and Peter Cogbo is able to collect. That's Gent again. Back to Kenneth Huang. Plays it to Joao Suarez D'Souza at the halfway line. This is Ryan Lee on his right foot. We'll find, but it's out for a Lafayette throw-in. Boston University throw-in after Mark Rora had it poked out from behind him by Lafayette's captain, Andrew Venezia.
I do have to say I do agree with the Lafayette team on that one. The ball was out of bounds, but the refs missed it, and what can you do about that?
Ryan Lee sending it to Ronaldo, who's trying to strength his way through, but it's cleared by David Mizrahi for another Terrier throw. And the floodlights will and truly beaming. This has become a Saturday night game.
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Lights, actually.
Saturday Night Live,
Let's
I
hope.
think it actually is.
No. So Andrew Rent on the byline is tackled, and it's out for a Boston University corner kick, which is encouraging.
It is encouraging. This is kind of the first time we've seen the Terriers on this part of the field this half.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, even if you don't get a goal right now, getting a good shot on net is important for the confidence here.
And it's those second balls. I think all the goals from this game so far have been on second chance plays. So they'll want to be poking around. Gensalaj with his left boot will be taking an in-swinging corner kick for the Terriers. Floats it far past everybody, and Mark Rora will not be able to reach it. It will be a throw for Lafayette. So a wasted opportunity there by the Terriers.
Yes, but are going to be kicking themselves for that one. It's always, you never want to waste a set play like that.
Perhaps new jitters for Gent, who was only briefly been on the pitch for a couple minutes. So Will Ecavera Jr. will take the throw-in. That's Hale Lombard in the middle of the field. That's Andrew Venezia. Send a long ball up. Ryan Lee intercepts, and it's out for a Lafayette throw-in. And Lafayette captain Venezia will take this throw-in. Martin Sasenga has some space to work with. Sends a long ball, but it's intercepted by Gent, although a skewed clearance. Martin Sasenga wins the throw-in. The header. Mark Roa heads, and now Ryan Lee is on his bike. He stops, pivots, and is able to find Rora, collects, and sends it back towards Kenneth Wong. Ryan Lee is a shifty player. That's a lovely right back.
He is. He has good speed. He has good ball handling skills. A real asset to that side.
Absolutely. Hale Lombard given advantage by the referee after a foul. This is Martin Sasenga. Have some room to work on Ryan Lee. Plays it back to Venezia. Finds Mizrahi. And Ryan Lee intercepts the pass. Andrew Rent's layoff doesn't work to his plans, and that's Will Caveira Jr. on the right-hand side. Played out wide, but it's intercepted by Gent. Lovely sliding interception. Ethan Rosen loses out, and now Hale Lombard has the ball. This is Mizrahi. This is Benji Grossi back to Mizrahi. The ball is cleared. And Rent will pressure, and he'll beat it off Needham, and he's in on goal. Andrew Rent for his second goal of the game, and he skies it. And Andrew Rent skies it. He'll be mad.
He'll be mad about that one. The ball was just bouncing a little too much, and he wasn't able to get over it, and unfortunately just absolutely sends it flying.
Got the better of Needham, had a clear shot on goal, and the goalkeeper is celebrating the fact that he did not lock his ankle.
He did not lock his ankle,
Which is
and
how
then he was
volleys
off
like that.
balance.
Which is how volleys like that go into the stands as opposed to the back of the net. Alex Sutton will gratefully set this up for a goal kick following a defensive error from Jack Needham.
But this is encouraging for the Terriers.
Absolutely.
They were able to get behind. They were able to get a shot on net. As a defender for the other team, that never feels good.
Even when they get away with it.
Yeah.
My coach used to say when we would gift chances away, he used to say, and if they were to miss, obviously not if they were to score, if they were to miss, he would always say, "We're lucky they suck," really loudly. And it also demoralized the other team.
Yeah.
Ryan Lee's foul there, and Florian Ryder will take the free kick. Ryan Lee will step up to it instead. And now, some confusion as to who will take it, but it's in play now. This is Joao Suarez de Souza. Plays it to Ryan Lee. Sends it up towards Rent. That's a great first touch. But he loses it out to Jack Needham, who he got the better of just a moment ago. This is Martin Sasenga. Mark Rora pokes his foot in. He has the better of Andrew Venezia there. He plays it to Florian Ryder at the top of the box. Nice slide pass. That's Ethan Rosen with his left foot, and it's saved by Sun. But that's good play by the Terriers.
That was really good play by the Terriers. Just not quite enough behind that shot. A little bit more power, and that would be in the back of the net.
Absolutely. Ethan Rosen was on his weak foot at that moment. Perhaps he would have wished he got on his right, but that was a gorgeous little slide pass from Rora, who has shown very positive signs since he came on for Balogun.
Yes, absolutely. He seems to be adapting well right now, and we're seeing a lot of nice passing up in the upper third.
Absolutely. This is Riley. Back to center back Joao Suarez de Souza in their defensive third. Andrew Wyke will receive the ball from his center back. Peter Cogwell now. Ryan Lee will receive it, pressured by Martin Sasenga. Goes long. Tries to find Rent again, or Ronaldo Marshall this time at least. And it's cleared by Alex Sutton towards the right boot of Martin Sasenga, who controls it beautifully, picks it out of the air, and now Mizrahi has the chance to possess. He's very good at it. This is Sebastian Varela. Not Ethan Rosen, Marco are putting pressure on Andrew Venezia, but now it's Sebastian Varela again. Sends it with this left boot to Benji Grossi, pokes it past Ghent, but Ghent Selage is able to collect the ball. On his left foot, takes a bit of a heavy touch. He'll have some pressure on him by Hale Lombard. He gives it away to Benji Grossi. Mizrahi to Varela, and the ref is deemed a foul on Peter Cogwell after he barged in to Mizrahi as he was giving his pass. That'll be a free kick for Lafayette right at the 40-half line, right at the halfway circle.
Yeah, just didn't slow down the brakes on that one.
Sometimes you just get there a second late.
And in the words of Megan the Stallion, body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Ah. It's my impression for ad-lib.
That was good.
Which is my favorite ad-lib in rap right now.
Ah.
That was also nice. Hale Lombard picks the ball out of the air. Is he fouled? Joao Suarez de Souza clears it. Ref says no, but strongly appeals for a penalty. Now Ronaldo Marshall will have some space to run. Mark Rower is barreling down the right-hand side. He gets the ball now. It's a 5 defenders and only 4 attackers for the Terriers. Ethan Rosen chests the ball down. He'll have some time to work on Ikavera Jr. Cuts it on his right foot and rolls slowly and unthreateningly into the grateful gloves of Alex Sutton.
Good counterattack there,
Absolutely.
though. Terriers showing some nice speed, nice ability to get forward. Unfortunately, Lafayette there was even quicker in getting back, but there was a good moment there for the Terriers.
And you can't blame Rosen for trying that shot. He just got a shot on target with his weak foot. Wait, what just happened? Alex Sutton gives the ball away because I believe he's picked the ball up, he dropped it, and he picked it up again, which is illegal. So now the Terriers will have an indirect, I believe, free kick within Lafayette's box.
A little bit of confusion there. I don't know.
A bizarre moment from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking or what exactly he was trying to do.
So it is inside Lafayette's box, but it is not a penalty. It's an indirect free kick. So it needs to be passed before it can be shot. A common tactic here. Touched. Common tactic here is simply placing your cleat on and having another player fire it.
Basically the opposite of football. It's kind of like a player holding the ball down, so another player can kick.
And because it's in the box, 10 yards means you're very, very close to the goalkeeper. There's a lot of confusion here.
Yes, and the box is packed.
It's taken quickly, and it's in! And it's scored by Ronaldo Marshall. Ronaldo pokes it into the right-hand corner after a indirect free kick. The Terriers are equalized. Ronaldo is thanking the Lord and his right boot. 2-2.
The game is now tied after some confusion with the Lafayette goalkeeper, and I'm sure he is not happy about this.
He will be very mad. An unforced error, to say the least. Something that happened when I was coaching under 12s.
U12?
When you drop the ball. Ethan Rosen will get the assist for touching it very quickly, and Ronaldo side foots it perfectly as a Ronaldo would. And it's 2-2. And that's his second goal of the season, I believe.
And that's exactly what we've been saying about taking advantage of those opportunities. When you're presented with something like that, you've got to score. And Ronaldo did.
And we have a game, folks. Half an hour to determine who will win this slugfest of cheap mistakes and quick play and frankly silly goals.
Yeah. Goals that maybe aren't deserved or weren't deserved all the time.
I don't think either coach should believe that their team should have conceded any goals.
Yes, agreed.
Sometimes when an attacker works on it and just pokes it into the far corner, you can't complain. You know, that's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's a good finish. That's a good play. I don't think either coach will be happy that they've conceded 2 goals here
And the way those goals were conceded.
Absolutely. Lafayette only has had 1 clean sheet in their 3 league wins. Boston University is only the second game of their season, and they didn't concede any in that one as Andrew White picks up the long throw-in from Will Lacaveri Jr.
Great hands there.
And he plays it short to Joao Suarez. The Sousa's at a solid game at right back. right center back. Ryan Lee, the right back, now with the ball. D'Souza into Peter Cogbo's feet. Now Lee sends it long down the line to Ronaldo Marshall. Will try to work on Jack Needham. He's past him, and Ronaldo is in on goal, and he squares it, and it's deflected by Benji Grassi for a Terrier throw-in. But we're seeing them use the mismatch physically, and Ronaldo bully those defenders.
Yes, great mismatch there.
Peter Cogbo sprays it to Ghent, plays it back to a center back. And now the Terriers are on the front foot, Riley.
They are. The Terriers now have a level of confidence that we up front that we haven't seen all game. Their attacking line is really giving Lafayette a run for its money right now.
It's Florian Ryder with a quick pass, and that's Mark Rory will look for the shot, but he chooses instead to send it to Genselage on his left boot. Will try to get across in a couple step overs, pulls it back. It's at the edge of the box here, dribbling away from the goal they're shooting on, back to the center back for a reset and attack. This is Florian Ryder on a quick turn. It's Andrew Rent in the box being bullied off the ball, fights back, and concedes a goal kick for Lafayette. But the Terriers are looking good.
They are. They're looking aggressive. They're looking hungry.
But Andrew Rent is down. It looks like a calf cramp. He's planked. He's plopped down in the Lafayette box. And Alex Sutton is not happy.
No. Could Alex Sutton be happy about the goal he gave away, though?
I think Alex Sutton is the unhappiest person in Nickerson Field currently.
Yes.
But Andrew Rent views talisman number 10, a promising freshman who's had injuries in the past, did not play in the senior year of his high school career, but received All-American honors as a junior. He's had injuries as a freshman, only his second college game. He's down injured again. We'll hope it's nothing serious. We'll hope he can continue.
Yeah, it looks like maybe just a little bit of a leg cramp or a pull.
And you play the way that Andrew does. You play the way how he's so attacking, he's so dynamic, he's so shifty. You're bound to do this to your body because, he's so demanding of himself.
Yeah, exactly. He's giving it 100% out there. I don't think they're going to sub on right now, but I think they're going to.
He's scooching off the field so that play can commence. Boston University will be down to 10 men briefly before the ref rules that Andrew can re-enter the game once his calf cramp.
And it looks like
subsided.
Some words are being exchanged between the keeper and the BU Med staff.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but Aiden Holmes, the center mid, is now on for the Terriers. Another substitution. It seems as though perhaps Florian is no, excuse me. I'm trying to figure out who is taking the break here. Oh, Andrew Rent's been subbed off. Duh. The ball is sprayed out wide into the Terrier box. Varela will challenge D'Souza here. Varela wins out and has the ball to Kid Tremolides, but it's intercepted by Ryder. These are Aiden Holmes' first touches on the ball, but he loses out. Ryan Lee clears. Ronaldo Marshall loses out to David Mizrahi, who's clutching his back, took a knock there. Headed forward for Hale Lombard to chase, but Kenneth Wong heads clear. That's Benji Grassi. Dribbles out for a Terrier throw-in. 2 substitutions made due to injury for the Terriers, which is very unfortunate.
It is. Subs are hard to do sometimes, and you never want them to be because of an injury.
Absolutely. It's headed back out for another Terrier throw-in as they march down the line. A lot of steps taken forward. By Ghent, throws it in. Ronaldo will chase, but it'll be played back to Alex Sun. Plays it to Andrew Venezia. Send it long towards Mark Sasenga. Pokes it out of the air. Tries to head it, but Ryan Lee has won this battle, it seems. Sasenga continues his pressure. Joao Suarez, D'Souza back to Andrew White in goal. Will send it long. No, he doesn't. That's Joao Suarez, D'Souza again. Back to White. These two love passing to one another.
They do. The Terriers all game have really tried to build out the back, sometimes to their detriment. But I think it's been really key to establishing the moments of rhythm they have had.
Absolutely. As Cogbo takes a heavy touch on that pass from Suarez de Souza and has to step into a challenge. Now David Mizrahi is hurt on the pitch. That's a yellow card for Peter Cogbo, unfortunately.
First yellow card of the game. First card of the game.
Just late on the challenge. Cleats him. He knows that that's an issue. Didn't mean it. Unfortunately, that's sometimes how the game works. You're off a fraction of a second, and suddenly it's a very bad challenge.
And those challenges always hurt too. You don't ever want to get cleated in the ankle.
Andrew Wyke collects the free kick from Andrew Venezia. And as much as any coach would have complaints from the way either of these teams have played today with the sloppy mistakes leading to goals, I don't think Wyke had that unfortunate error that led to the second goal, but overall a decent first start for the freshman.
No, agreed, absolutely. The Terriers, I would say, have made some errors this half, but it's been a good half for them so far.
Yeah, Florian Ryder plays it and finds Ethan Rosen. On the overlap, it's Aiden Holmes who pokes it past David Mizrahi only for a Lafayette goal kick. Aiden Holmes has not been able to get into the rhythm of the game. The ball hasn't really fallen to him. The Terriers really haven't had possession since he's been on, but he'll hope to get some touches in very soon to replicate the dynamic offensive power of Andrew Rent, who he came on for after Rent got a calf cramp, it seems, a couple minutes ago. Alex Sutton will take this goal kick. Martin Sasenga heads it, and Aiden Holmes beats him to it. Andrew Venezia. Now Peter Cogbo chests it, but Hale Lombard takes it off his feet, and the referee deems it a high kick by Hale Lombard. But Peter Cogbo is vindicated in his protest to the ref. Florian Ryder takes the free kick quickly to Joao Suarez de Souza. Ryan Lee receives the ball on the touchline here. Around the halfway point, dribbles past Martin Sasenga. It's a good run from him. Florian Ryder tries to poke it and is dispossessed. But Peter Cogbo collects again. Back out to Joao. Suarez de Souza. Aiden Holmes will get a couple touches here. Finds de Souza again. Peter Cogbo, under pressure, finds his center back, Kenneth Wong. Sends it out wide for Gent Selaj to collect. Finds Mark Rora. Selaj again. Some good pattern play so far. This is Ethan Rosen down the line. And Ethan Rosen is fouled, but they're giving advantage. Peter Cogbo receives the ball, floats it over to Joao Suarez de Souza. Ryan Lee will receive it here. Martin Sasenga pressuring him. It's Aiden Holmes again. Aiden Holmes loses out after a long spell of possession across the pitch. But Boston University win it back very quickly through Mark Rora. Will have a chance to possess again. But positive signs.
Positive signs, some good possession, like you said, some good pattern play here. The Terriers should be happy with the way they're playing right now.
Absolutely. Ryder finds Lee to Rora. Loses out to Mizrahi. Mizrahi dribbles away. Lafayette attacking down their right-hand side, the Terriers left, towards Gent Selaj and Ethan Rosen. They opt to go back to their center backs. So this is Jack Needham. Finds Varela, finds Venezia. Venezia to Martin Sasenga on the wing. Martin Sasenga, bright every time he gets the ball, but not really pushing the buttons as we thought he would.
No, this half he's been very mild. He hasn't really had too many opportunities to break free and show his speed.
Selaj doing a good job of marshalling Carter Houlihan. But Lafayette possessing now. At this point, with a game that's been as bizarre and as relatively even as this one has, is it essentially, okay, now it's our turn to possess, now it's our turn to possess until one of us can find a goal? Because both teams are having longer sustained periods of possession here.
They are. I think both teams are settling down a little bit. It's interesting that it's coming halfway through
The second
half when you need to maybe not be as we need to maybe press a little harder if you're looking to win this game.
Good combination down the line. Benji Grossi sends it in, but it's cleared by Ryan Lee. Only as far as David Misrahi, who tries to get a shot off. There's a scramble and it's offside. Andrew White could be grateful for that, but he did have the ball. He's going to try to play, and the referee is not going to make him take it as a goal kick because he now has possession. Scary moment there. A decent 1-2 played by Lombard and Grossi. Got Grossi to the byline. He was able to send a cross and in a scramble, but overall the Terriers defended well there.
Yes, they defended very well there. Good defense, very good technical defense.
I always hate to cut you off, Riley, but sometimes you can't control
No, it's
the
okay.
game of soccer.
It's an exciting game.
Absolutely. Mark Rohrer to Peter Cogbo right at the halfway circle. This is Gant Selaj, Florian Rider of Germany. Court, a bit of a soft pass causing Ethan Rosen to lose ball. Ronaldo Marshall. That's Kitromilides, but Ryan Lee steps to it and wins out. This is Aiden Holmes with the ball. Plays it to Mark Rohrer, who's been very bright so far. It's a couple shoves, and the ref deems it a foul on Jack Needham, so the Terriers will have a goal kick in the center of the field, right at the edge of the halfway circle, facing the Charles River.
Both teams have had a medium amount of fouls, but where both teams have had their fouls are in their own defensive thirds, not places you want to be giving up fouls.
That's Huang. They've played it short and quick. This is Gant Selaj on the left-hand side, going at Carter Houlihan. Leaves it off for Rosen, who's able to skip past Houlihan himself. Rora back out to the left to get on his left foot here. Rosen trying to skip past Nick Hazel, but Nick Hazel cuts it out and clears it. Kitromilides wins a header, hooks it, and Florian Rider is able to intercept. This is Mark Rora, who's dragged to the ground by goal scorer Hale Lombard. Had some discipline issues throughout this game. And a very poor celebration. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah, I don't really get that dance. Also, don't tuck in your shirt.
You're really about that.
I don't know why you would do it. It's so much more freeing not to tuck in your shirt. As a player, whenever the ref was like, you have to tuck in your shirt, it was always so annoying.
It was annoying, but at the same time, there are some people who like to keep it classic and simple.
And
However,
then there's some people who like to win.
okay. Ethan Rosen wins out here, speaking of which, on his favored right foot, he finds Mark Rora. The edge of the box here, does a couple spins, finds Florian Rider. Good play from him in a tight space. Layout for Florian Rider, he has a hit, and it's deflected. Peter Cogbo heads it. Selaj collects, but it's picked off his feet by Hale Lombard, and now Lafayette has a chance to break with Kitromilides barreling down that right-hand side. Hale Lombard getting into the middle. Peter Cogbo tracking back as a good centerman does, and it's back to Mizrahi, plays it to Andrew Venezia, their captain. Sprays it out wide to Martin Sasenga, their top scorer. Get the chance to work on Ryan Lee, but he slips it to Sebastian Varela. Venezia clips the ball into the box. Senga's able to win out, and it's deemed a foul because he's pushed Florian Rider there on the back and able to win the ball. Then the Terriers will have a goal kick right at the edge of their own box. Excuse me, a free kick. Take it quickly. Ryan Lee now has the ball.
Good defensive play out of the back still. I think while we've seen a swing in possession these last couple of minutes, the Terriers are holding their line well.
Absolutely. And respect to them for continually following this philosophy of playing out from the back, even after a couple shaky mistakes in the first half.
Yes, confidence in your system that it's going to work is really important.
Absolutely. Peter Cogbo with a half turn to find Ryder, skips past Sebastian Varela back to Cogbo. Now to Rora, some good pattern play here as Rora sends it out long to Ethan Rosen. On the left-hand side, he'll work on Will Echeverria Jr., skips past him, cuts into the middle. Aiden Holmes is calling for it at the top of the box. He will get it, lays it off to Rosen. Rosen's still barreling, looks like he's going to trip. Sasenga wins out and has a chance to turn on Lee. And Lee is fouled Sasenga. In the process, it'll be a free kick. Sasenga is fuming.
And it looks like Lee might be getting a card.
Likely. I wouldn't be surprised here. Martin Sasenga, the typical profile, very shifty, very quick, wears the number 10, and obviously, because you need to, wears gloves without long sleeves underneath.
Which fantastic move.
The typical move, anytime I see somebody on the pitch with gloves but a short sleeves, I think they're sick.
Yes.
They're probably good.
Lee was carded.
Lee was carded. Thank you, Riley. And for our March Madness fans, Riley, could you give a score update?
For our March Madness fans, Baylor took down Villanova. I had Villanova in the Final Four. So that's not good for me.
Ronaldo Marshall has the ball at the halfway line, but it's picked off him by Hale Lombard, and he's now fouled Lombard. So that will be a Lafayette free kick on the halfway line with 16 minutes left in this back and forth, teetering seesaw game. We've seen one goal in the second half, an equalizer by Ronaldo Marshall of Boston University, following an indirect free kick on the edge of the Lafayette box after Alex Sutton made a rash error, picked up the ball, dropped it, and picked it up again, which as a goalkeeper is illegal. The two Lafayette goals came within 10 minutes of one another at the end of the first half, following an Andrew Rent goal for Boston University early on to the game. Joao Suarez de Souza clears it towards the halfway line. It's headed by Nick Hazel, who will try to chase it, but is blocked by Ethan Rosen for it to go out for a Boston University throw in. Rosen takes it quickly, but is stopped because Benji Grossi is coming back on the pitch for Sebastian Varela, number 8, who is sitting for the first time. I hadn't realized Grossi came out, to be honest with you.
Yeah. That's never a good sign with a player.
Cogbo out as well. He takes a seat. The senior, one of only 3 or 4 seniors on the team, and one of 2 on the pitch today. Both Matt Stone and George Avenel. 2 of the other seniors are injured. But Cogbo put in a good shift. He high-fives the whole team and takes a seat. Andrew Rent, by the way, was spotted.
I also believe Jean-Luc was right there as well.
That's good. Mark Rora having a chat with David Mizrahi. Doesn't seem to be a negative one. Maybe they're just talking about the weather.
Or March Madness.
Get Selage with the throw in. Let's see who came on for Peter. Number 6. It's a first entry for Miles DeKaiko. He is a young player. He's transferred to the school. Last year, in lieu of the college season being canceled, he went to the United Kingdom and played soccer there for a year at an academy for a college.
Wow.
That's where he transferred from. So not necessarily a professional academy, but I have a friend who plays at York University's academy, and they play with the youth teams of professional teams, and they get scouted and everything. So that means he's played at a very high competitive level overseas, which is very impressive.
I mean, that is very impressive. A lot of impressive overseas players here.
Absolutely. He is from China, by the way. This is Benji Gross working on this right-hand side, running as Joao Suarez de Souza. De Souza shows his strength. It's cleared out by a running and barreling Kenneth Huang for a Lafayette corner kick. Only their second of the half, I believe.
Yes, a bit of a miscommunication there, and from the back line is who was going to clear that ball, and that's when they got the corner.
Want to defend this very well. They've conceded from 2 set pieces, if you count. Yeah, 2 set pieces. Andrew Venezia will take this with his left foot. It'll be an outswinger, but it's headed back for a corner at the near post by center forward Ronaldo Marshall, who's back defending, as good center forwards do.
Yes.
But also a sign of their priorities. If you're pushing for the win, you leave your number 9 up top.
Exactly.
But they don't want to give anything up to her too easily.
Exactly. They're ready for that counter, but they're also ready to defend.
Sent it to the middle of the box. That's a close call on the half volley from David Mizrahi. The ball was floated to the edge of the box, and as any center mid will tell you, they always loiter on the edge of the box just for that rebound so they can just smash a volley like everyone loves to do. And he got very, very close. It sailed just wide, and the Terriers have taken their goal kick. It's now Ryan Lee on the ball. Have you ever gotten one of those off a corner kick, Riley?
I have scored off a corner kick. I haven't scored off a volley from the outside. I've scored off headers from corner kicks.
Wow.
And I've scored as a defender who, the ball went back to midfield, and I had a big boot.
Nice. You smashed it?
Yeah, I smashed it.
Very nice.
It was rolling, so I got some of that momentum.
Course. That's essentially what happened to Mizrahi here. Is one of the favorite things that you just picture in your head when you're just at the top of the box on a corner kick is maybe this will get a weird bounce. I'll just be able to smash it.
Oh yeah, and that feeling when the ball perfectly connects with your foot is magic.
It's better than drugs, which are not good.
Drugs are not
Drugs
good.
are bad.
So it's not hard to be better than drugs.
Riley plays it long. only as far as Nick Hazel, who will clear the ball for Lafayette. A battle between Suarez de Souza and Catramelides, in which Catramelides was the winner. It's played to a Lafayette attacker who's fouled. It's Hale Lombard writhing on the floor following a bump in, and a Boston University Terrier will be yellow carded for that challenge. Lafayette Leopards will have a free kick at the edge of the halfway circle. That was Mark Rora, who will receive a yellow card.
The BU team, an especially aggressive team, they had 2 yellow cards last game and now 3 this game.
They like to get stuck in. What can I say? Andrew White barking orders, making sure that this does not slip. They've played well. They've clawed back from a devastating deficit. And it's now peacefully out for a goal kick. White will be thankful.
We're going into the last 11 minutes of this game. While both teams seem to have a better control of the ball, neither team is increasing their energy when it comes to pressing.
Absolutely, I think this will be a slow burn in a sense. Both teams are getting into attacking positions. I think both believe that if they play their game the way that they should, they'll get another chance and they'll hope to capitalize on it. Suarez de Souza sends it long, but it's intercepted. And Andrew White will collect in his box after a couple errant clearances. He sends it to Kenneth Huang. While it's some time to work. Sends it to Gant. Takes a touch inside. Turns back around. Changes his mind, I suppose. Clips it with his left foot to Ethan Rosen. But it's gone out for a Lafayette throw-in. Mark Rora, not Ethan Rosen. Throw-in taken by Will Cabrera Jr., who has that long throw-in for Lafayette. On the long throw-in, it was straight to the feet of Catramelides, who tries to flick it past Kenneth Huang. He still has the ball. He'll make it to the byline, send it crossing, but there are no white shirts there. As far as the Souza is able to clear it, DeKeiko loses out here. Clipped out wide to Venezia, who floats it over to Ryan Lee's lovely right back forehead. And now it's gone out for a Boston University throw. And David Mizrahi cannot believe it.
There's been a lot of not being able to believe it this game.
Absolutely.
From both sides, I think as often is.
While professional soccer has seen the addition of the virtual assistant referee, in games that do not feature it, once the ref makes a decision, he cannot recant it. There's very little point of protesting. Smart Sasenga, pressured by Ryan Lee, who's done a good job. We were worried about that matchup.
Yeah, we were worried about that matchup, but the second half, Ryan Lee has been the one dominating that side.
He stepped into this game. He's had a lovely, lovely match so far. Nice little 1-2, and that's Houlihan barreling down, but it's cleared. Florian Ryder will head it to Mizrahi, who floats it out to Martin Sasenga, receive the ball, work on Aiden Holmes. Flicks it to Venezia, who will receive it. Sends the ball in first time, and it's scrambled in the box, and DeKeiko is able to poke it out for a corner kick.
A scary moment there.
Weird moment there for DeKeiko, just trying to get into the rhythm of the game himself. It's a quick ball taken on the first touch there by
Bad
Venezia.
deflection.
Yeah, unfortunate stuff, but they were able to take care of it so far.
Isn't it funny that they're the Lafayette Leopards and they wear Puma?
That's very funny.
Thank you.
I don't know that there's a sports brand named Leopard, though. White collects the corner kick himself, commanding the box as he has done for most of this game. The second Lafayette goal came from Andrew White, misinterpreting the flight of the ball, coming out for it, missing it, and giving Hale Lombard an open net, fortunately. However, he gets that pass right. Ryan Lee now with the ball. Pass Martin Sasenga, but stopped emphatically by Jack Needham, who's dribbled past a couple players and has it poked behind him by Florian Ryder. It'll be Boston University ball as we enter the last 8 minutes of the match.
The first half dragged a little bit. They weren't getting a rhythm. It wasn't good soccer. This half, both teams have shown a better control of the ball, but again, aren't pressing the way they need to.
Absolutely. Particularly, Lafayette doesn't necessarily play out from the back, but Boston University does. You'd think that Lafayette would be pushing up on that.
Yes.
As Lafayette gets a free kick, it's going to be taken by their goalkeeper at around the halfway line. Ronaldo Marshall staying high up this time around. Alex Sutton lofts it into the Terrier box as the camera gets out of focus for a minute there, ESPN Plus. Florian Ryder sends it out only as far as Benji Gross, who will send it to Andrew Venezia. So now Kitramilides finds Sasenga in the middle of the pitch, tries a nice turn on Ryder, does a couple step overs, loses balance and regains it, finds Mizrahi, who takes a heavy touch and has it poked from out under him. Errant header by Jack Needham, but he's going to have the time to collect it. And an errant ball, is it going to go? No, it's not going to go. And unfortunately, almost a goal from Jack Needham's own nightmares. A misplaced pass. Sun was able to chase it down before it was going to go to the goal, but that was goal bound.
That was goal bound. That was a scary moment for Lafayette for sure.
Needham has made 2 errors that have almost led to goals in this half. And as Sasenga fouls Lee, which has been a matchup we've been watching all game, Venezia, a lot of Lafayette players, again, in disbelief that a referee would call a foul a foul. The audacity, frankly.
The audacity to call a foul, the memoir of a referee.
Absolutely. Have you ever reffed, Riley?
I've reffed some like very young AYSO stuff, but I only ever sideline reffed because you had to go through extra training to be a head ref.
This is true. Yeah, I center reffed. I think the highest level I did was under 15. Everyone say hi to David Odessa. David. Hello. Thank you, David. This is Kenneth Wong, clears it long to the chest of Ronaldo. Florian Ryder will collect that at the halfway line, sprays it, but it's intercepted by Carter Houlihan. Or Will Acavera Jr. There's a tussle for the ball here, Ethan Rosen and Carter Houlihan. It's poked out. So now Dikaiko is able to collect the ball, get into possession against Selaj, and Dikaiko, 2 substitutes have come on, and Selaj gets it poked out from under him for a Terrier throw-in. Takes it quick to Dikaiko. Selaj again, those 2 losing the ball for the Terriers. Mizrahi tries to flick that on, but it's stopped by Kenneth Wong. So Dikaiko again. Good work there to retain possession. It's an errant ball. Sasenga will pressure. Weird play. It seems that they've escaped the worst possibility, but bizarre play there by the Terriers.
Yes, yeah, not playing with the fear in their hearts as Lafayette started to press.
Florian Ryder is fouled yet again. We're going at him all game. That Sebastian Varela is knocking him down. He's clutching his heel because he got stamped there. And that skin fade looks great, but it doesn't look so great when you're writhing pain on Nickerson Field. Might get rug burn on his fade.
Oh, no.
Helped up by Joao Suarez de Souza.
Slow to get up.
Hands on knees. He's tired. He's almost made it. He's played the entire match. Much less substitutions than that women's game we watched him with a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
They use them more sparingly. They also have smaller benches. The Boston University women's team is much more bench players that are actively being used.
Yes,
Kevin Nyland likes to use the same 14 or so players, it seems. He does, unfortunately, have some big name players out on injury, unfortunately.
Yes, we're under 5 minutes now in this game. What should we be seeing now?
I think considering the way that either of these goals have come in, as Ryan Lee is slightly limping, I think that both sides would be okay with the draw because of the way that they've conceded. Neither team has created outright chances that they've scored from. It's kind of been these weird sloppy mistakes that have led to goals. But if I was Boston University, I'd feel good about myself. Lafayette's getting angry. They're complaining a lot, and they haven't really had a bit of possession here, but they will have a free kick right now. I think Lafayette's going to try to get stuff on the set piece because they've had a lot of those this game.
Yeah, I agree.
But they're played short, and now Sasenga will receive the ball, turns away from Aiden Holmes quite easily. Nice reverse pass to Benji Gross, who will send the ball in with his left foot, but it's headed by Kenneth Wong back towards Ryan Lee, who will be pressured, and he takes a touch and he lets it out for a corner kick. Unfortunately, tried to play it, but the assistant referee has deemed that to have crossed the line fully. He's limping. Ryan Lee will barely make it to the finish line. He's had an admirable game guarding the top scorer on the other side, not letting him get a goal or an assist.
Yes, Ryan Lee's done a phenomenal job on that right side, keeping Lafayette in check.
Benji Grossi will take this corner kick with his right foot, so it'll be in swinging. And Lafayette gets ahead to it, but it's stumbling around. Sasenga has a go first time and flubs his lines, showed his anger with himself there as he miskicked the ball. But Benji Gross has another chance to cross it, tries to split Aiden Holmes, and he's fouled by Holmes. And
that one, I believe, was a slip.
And now Lafayette will have a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Yes.
Right at the edge of the box on the corner, so probably too wide to shoot, but close enough to make things dangerous.
I'm sure the Terriers right now are also remembering the goal scored against them at the end of the first half and do not want a repeat of that right
Absolutely.
now.
Andrew White will be wary. Venezia could take it with his left foot and swing it across the face of goal. Gross could take it with his right foot and swing it towards the back post. That's what I would go for. I don't know what you would go for right now, Riley.
I would go for a back post for sure. That seems where the Terriers have been weakest all game.
Absolutely. It'll be Venezia with his left foot. That's a good ball. Has it stayed in? It's not stayed in. The goalkeeper was out. If Lafayette was able to square that ball across the face of goal, as was very clearly their intention, that would have been an open net to poke home into.
That would have been an easy one.
But they'll have to settle for the corner kick. Lombard almost had a poke in there, and Kenneth Wong was able to clear it off the line. Last gasp defending, done very, very well. That's Mizrahi clipping the outside of the crossbar. We are suited for a very interesting last 2 minutes. It's Lafayette knocking the door with more set pieces. That's what we said would happen.
Yeah, no, we've definitely seen a stronger Lafayette push right here. That's can be scary for the Terriers.
Absolutely. Still playing out the back. Here, that's Andrew White. Josh Suarez is receiving at the edge of his box. It's Ryan Lee. Clips it long. Headed up by Jack Needham, and he'll challenge Mark Rora for it. Mark Rora is still going at it, but it's called a foul because I think he went in with his shoulder. Venezia tries to take it quick. Ronaldo tries to impede him. That might be a card. It seems like they've stopped play because as he was taking a free kick, he was impeded from about a yard away, and now Venezia is hurt, and Ronaldo has been yellow carded. Time is running out though, and it'll be a couple seconds before they're able to resume play again. So if you're Boston University trying to defend this result, I suppose that's a good sign. But Venezia is marching upwards as it looks like Lafayette is going to continue to push for that winning goal. And Alexson lofts it into the center. The scramble of players. Lafayette isn't on goal here, and they've scored! And it's Carter Houlihan, and he's tapped it home off a set piece. His shirt is off. This is a better celebration, and I don't blame him. Lafayette has snagged a win with 1 minute to remain. The Terriers must be absolutely heartbroken.
Yes. This is the exact outcome the Terriers wanted to avoid here. And unfortunately, they just did not keep a strong defense at the end of the second half either. And Lafayette was able to poke one in.
And it was a second ball again. The ball bounced a couple of times. It's just bad set piece defending. Kevin Nyland will be fuming with his team. Such silly goals. To concede 3 goals that you could argue were not necessarily deserved.
No, we're not necessarily
Really
deserved.
frustrating for
just sloppy defending all around from the Terriers on their set pieces.
Unfortunate, but they have a minute to rectify this mistake. They will push on for this equalizer. Seemed that we were set for a tie here, but that is not the case as of right now. Ryan Lee will try to win this header. Florian Ryder will pick the ball up. And if you think about it, that was an unnecessary foul. Ronaldo Marshall poked at Venezia while he was taking a free kick, which is obviously not allowed, which is why he was yellow carded.
Yeah.
But that's what gave him the set piece that led to the goal. So it's a silly mistake.
Yeah, just silly mistakes from both teams tonight, but Lafayette has done a better job capitalizing on theirs.
Absolutely. Now this is why, Andrew Rent thinking about that one-on-one that he was gifted from Jack Needham after that misheader, must be kicking himself as well. I'm sure he's mad that he wasn't able to finish the game himself. He was having a lovely, lovely time as Venezia hooks one clear. It's won by Benji Grossi. And Kenneth Wong will push forward with the last 10 seconds. Hooks a long ball towards the top of the box. Florian Ryder chests it down. This is Ronaldo Marshall. There's a scramble at the box. Florian Ryder hooks it. Oh! Just over. And the game is over. Lafayette has won with a last-minute goal from Carter Houlihan. Andrew Venezia, hands to ear, towards the fans at the bakery. And we get it. We get it, my guy. But Boston University has lost this one at the death. They will be very, very mad at themselves for losing like this. Only their second game of the season. Riley,
Yes.
final thoughts.
Yeah, this was a hard-fought game for the Terriers, but one that maybe didn't need to be a lot of sloppy mistakes, and I'm sure that they're going to go into the next game. Hoping to tighten things up a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for listening. If you did get as far as we did, we saw an excellent soccer match commentated by two excellent commentators, and even better